All right, welcome everybody. It's Brian Rhodes. It's February 12th, Monday, 1 o'clock. I'm gonna try not to talk too loud. My son's sick in the other room. Too much fun during the Super Bowl. We ate a lot of pizza pockets. Go Chiefs. Hope you guys are okay with that. It was a great game though. So what I'm gonna go over today, and we have the pleasure of having JD, Justin Davis. He's the co-founder of At Cost Metals. He plays a huge role in this company. Oh, let me go ahead and mute all really quick. A huge role in this company, from the being the face of it right now, to doing everything in the back end as well. And he'll go over some more of this too. He does have another co-founder as well. He'll probably talk about that, but I wanted to bring him on quick, at the very beginning, top of the hour. We're recording this too, and just ask him some questions. But before I do, my buddy David, I know he's in the car driving, and if you can unmute yourself. And David shared this with me, and he saw this vision before I did. David, why did you think this is a good thing to do? Like, what sparked your interest about jumping into At Cost Metals?
Yeah, no, thank you, Brian. Thanks for running the Zoom. And I've known Brian for a while now. And if anybody's on Brian's team, he's a great leader and a great man. And you guys are in good hands. And just to answer your question, Brian, when it comes to gold and silver, I've never really been in this space before. I didn't, I'm so used to the crypto space. But at the end of the day, since 2015, we just still haven't found that one company that basically, ends the rug pulls. There's so many scams out there in this crypto space. But when I saw the gold and silver, when I saw Antoine McVeigh, I saw Justin Davis, credible people behind the company, I said, there's no more rug pulls. This is not going to be a rug pull. This is something where we could plant our flag actually and say, this is where we want to build and create wealth. Because I love the fact that, companies that are legacy companies that have been around a long time, you got your Amways, you got ACM, you got so many great companies out there. And I believe that At Cost Metals will be that company that's going to create millionaires, but also become a legacy company. When you have gold and silver, it hedges against inflation. It allows people to actually get something tangible, receive it, gold or silver in the mail, or if they want a digital wallet, they could use the digital wallet to create wealth. And it's designed for everybody. If you want to build a team, you can do that. And actually, this compensation plan is so robust. And I saw it, I said, wow, this is a no-brainer when you have the combination of gold and silver and a compensation plan, and you could build globally around the world, Africa, UK, you have Mexico, South America, and United States. This is something where the combination is amazing. And I'm excited about what's happening with At Cost Metals, because, you get, at cost, you're getting it for the price that's very competitive compared to a lot of other companies. But I think at the end of the day, I love this company because people who are behind it, like Justin Davis and gold and silver, it's different than crypto, but we can still create wealth, and it's a win-win all around for everybody, whether you want to build a team or not. So anyways, thanks, Brian, for having me, and Justin, thank you again, my friend, for creating this company.
Love it. Thanks, David. And you're muted too, Justin, if you want to go
Got
ahead
it.
and unmute yourself. Sorry.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you, David. And thank you for sharing this with me. When I saw it, I was at first like, huh. And then I looked a little bit more into it, and I wish I would have took action a little bit faster. But hey, we haven't even launched yet. So to kind of get right to the point and kind of just start with this quick interview. I know it's Monday, and Justin, or do you want to go by JD or Justin?
Either way.
Either way. All right, let's go.
Either way, it's fine.
I know you're busy, and thank you for being so supportive for us so far. Jumping on a Zoom, didn't even reschedule 6 times like most CEOs or co-founders of the company. You're here, you're ready. And I've talked to you a lot, and some of these questions you've answered to me already, and that's one reason why I'm kind of throwing up gold and silver all over the place now. I love this. Number one, what sets ACM At Cost Metals apart from other companies, and what makes us unique at Cost Metals?
Well, that's a good question. From a product, there's different ways to answer that. From a product standpoint, it's by far the price. So there's not one piece of metal that we sell that you couldn't go 100 different places to go and get it. Okay, but you will not find it at a better price anywhere, period. So from a consumer standpoint, especially in precious metals, price is king, and there's no way to beat our price. So that's actually not true. If you had a friend or family member that wanted to lose money and just give it to you as a gift, or a brother-in-law kind of deal, something like that,
Yeah.
those are out there. But from a consumer standpoint, this business model is perfect for the consumers. From a networking aspect, there's absolutely no smoke and mirrors. So our product pricing is upfront. We've got an update coming out on that. The compensation plan is without smoke and mirrors whatsoever. If you sell something, you get paid. If you build a network, you get paid more. If you train them and everybody goes to work, it duplicates, you can get paid a lot. So, from a consumer standpoint, it's the price. From an affiliate standpoint, it's what I call an efficient compensation plan that you can actually make money. And it's very plain and simple.
I like it. That makes sense. So number two, I know you can't give a date, and everybody wants to know the date, and I don't even like,
Yeah.
but you can't give a date. But is there anything holding us back from launching?
Just finishing what we're working on. So we've got a little bit more technology to add. Vaults. On the call later tonight, we'll release a list of countries, which is massive. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that. So we'll have that list ready to go, have it on the website. A little bit of shopping cart integration. We've got products ordered, all of our MS70s. This first batch is ordered, paid for. So it's just finishing up the things that we're working on. Probably the most important way to answer that is there's really nothing left to figure out. It's just finishing what we're working on.
Makes sense. I like it. Thank you. So is all the products ready and the shipping handled, and is it all ready to go?
Well, the stuff that we know we're going to buy, we've got. Okay. I don't know what you've got or what you want to order. Right. But yeah, the vaults and the suppliers that we use have the metal on hand. So yes, if that there's nothing stopping that except launch.
So everything's
so if you wanted a monster box of Silver Eagles or 10 Silver Eagles, whatever it is, all that's ready to go.
Right. I like it. You got bars and everything.
Oh yeah.
All right,
So,
cool.
If you were to just do a search on silver bullion on Google, the top 20 things that come up is just readily available. The oddball stuff will have in limited quantity. It'll just be first come, first serve. But all the MS70s, Silver Eagles, regular Silver Eagles, 10-ounce bars, 100-ounce bars. Yeah.
I like that. Oh, let me go ahead and mute him. All right. So next question, and it's just a little bit about the compensation plan here. So do you have a ballpark estimate on how much you'll be paying the distributors and what the company will bringing in, like, percentage wise?
I think we'll be pretty close to the cap every week. We designed it to not have a lot of breakage, if you're familiar with that. So, one left, one right, 2,000 a week. If you've got the volume for that and you've not graduated up to silver, some of those things are necessary, but it's a 75% cap. And that's pretty rich, especially given our rank requirements. So what does it take to get to gold? You could probably share that better than most here on the call. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So as long as you've got the volume there, it will pay out, but we do have a hard cap at 75%.
I like that. So, the company basically bringing in around 25%, and that supplies what, like you said, I think customer support, programmers, servers, software,
paperwork.
Yep, paperwork, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so now next question, number 5, with the amount paying out to the field, what does the other 25% go to, which we just answered, so don't need to go over that one. So since we are global, how many people roughly are in the system? Just roughly, you know,
About 6. I haven't even looked yet this morning, this afternoon.
that's nothing. All right, cool. It's
Oh,
more people in the
6,000.
town. I was, yeah,
Not
6,000.
just 6, yeah,
No, I get it.
6,000.
No, that's
Sure.
not.
But I'll tell you this, Brian. I'll tell you this. It's the 6 that we've got. And keep in mind, I've been doing MLM software since I was 24. Okay. A lot of people I've known about because our system would print their paycheck. So a network marketing company would use our software and print their paychecks. So obviously we have to generate and run the commissions and print the checks. The names that are here of those 6,000, this is not a scenario where we're lacking leadership.
Gotcha.
I would consider probably, and this, don't take this the wrong way, I would say probably 75% of the people here belong in the top 5% of networking.
I like it. That's some
Yeah,
people coming out of retirement and jumping onto this thing.
a
That's
lot
what
of
I've
them.
heard too. I've heard some really good things on that side. So now next question. Will the compensation, which is very robust, it looks really good. Will that ever change?
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay.
Yeah, I understand the significance of taking stuff away, so we want to avoid that at all costs. The
Adding.
first thing that comes to mind when people ask, is it going to change, is another rank beyond gold.
That's what I was
Because,
wondering too.
yeah, in relative terms to other companies, not in precious metals, but just in general, our ranks are extremely easy to hit. So with one left, one right, you're an affiliate in the binary. You can make 2,000 a week. That's really high. That's really strong. But to jump all the way to a gold, it's relatively easy. So for a lot of companies, it takes, a year or two, 2 months, 3 months, if you've got a good, strong list and followers and things like that. But in terms of the pot of gold, there's going to be a lot of people sharing that 50% of that top position. And the next rank will, in all reality, be much more difficult, because to reach gold is significant, but to reach the next level beyond that, which we don't even have a name for yet, will probably be 3, 4, 5, 6 times as hard to reach gold, because the recognition is what's important to a lot of people, not only the paycheck but the recognition. So when you walk in and you're a silver or gold, that's great, but you walk in and you are, X rank, whatever that ends up being, that kind of work ethic is legendary. Oh, maybe that's what we'll call it.
I like it. Legendary,
Legendary rank. I don't
platinum,
know.
diamond, titanium, a bunch of cool ones.
Right.
Thank you so much for answering that. So when and where would be maybe the first event for ACM?
Probably Dallas.
I like it.
Hopefully in the spring. We'll let things warm up a little bit. We don't have anything, obviously, we don't have anything on concrete. I think that there's a possibility we might do the Christmas party at Ranger Stadium. Texas Rangers just won the World Series a few months ago. And I attended a Christmas party that was the bottom of the field. So the actual field. So we were eating wonderful gourmet dinner. It was a brisket and open bar, and people were running the bases and taking pictures. And it was just a really nice indoor event in the middle of December. So it would probably take something like that to house us, to have a Christmas party like that. But there were a few thousand people there. I think we could probably fill in maybe double that and triple that.
Oh
10,000
yeah,
people on the field would be really cool.
this will be exciting. So, and you'll probably post this on the site too, because you said about a list of countries coming up, but is there anywhere in the world that you cannot ship the gold and silver to?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is. So that's probably the most important question, is who can we ship to and who can't we ship to? There are sanctioned countries. Obviously, there's wars going on. Our priority is to the customer. And if your country is at war, if your country is corrupt, there's no guarantee that your hard-earned money will, even if you purchase the metal and we ship it, that will actually deliver to you. So, corruption is probably the number one thing that we have to avoid in shipping. And the best part about that, though, and I'll explain this more in detail on the Zoom call tonight, you've got the ability to ship it right off the bat. You've got the ability to send it to a vault that will, in all reality, already be in your country for you to pick it up. And then if neither of those options work, we've got the DAP vault, which is a way to buy physical metal, to own it, and then simply just sell it back. So if someone were to purchase, let's say $50 worth of gold, you don't really buy gold in $50 increments because it's such a small fraction, but you can own it and still get it at this price and sell it back at a very high buyback price, and not have the risk of taking possession of it. So, a lot of people here in the States, we take that for granted.
Right.
And even now, I think there's probably a lot more anxiety than there was a few years ago about, what's happening in the economy and, taking possessions like that, like the what if scenario, zombie apocalypse type stuff. So having those three options takes care of pretty much everywhere. The corruption part is the biggest stopping point. So we've got allies, of course, like South Korea, that we have great relations with, but packages tend to not deliver. So it's highly recommended that they use the vault and pick it up at the vault instead of having it shipped to their house. That they ship it to the vault, leave it there, let it accumulate, and then they either ship it from the vault or pick it up at the vault. If it's
Good question about the vault. And does the company have a way, like say they can go in and take all the money from the vault? Is that possible?
Us?
Yes, as the company, like what would they would say in the crypto world is a rug pull.
Rug pull, sure. Our process, the way that our business is set up, we've done everything that we can do to avoid that and to eliminate that risk. So from and if you need to go, I can just talk about this for a minute. If you need, okay. So a rug pull situation, customers purchase and nothing happens. Okay, so the first step that we do to avoid that is the funds that are available that have been sent in to the cash account, you can push a button and withdraw that. Okay, so it's not a situation where you have to wait 6 months or some kind of future date to regain control of your funds. So what you fund, you can immediately withdraw. So that means that those funds are always available to our customers. It's their money. And then at the same time, and I guess concurrently to that option, is the ability to purchase metal. So when someone purchases metal in real time, we're ordering that metal and start the tracking process for that metal to deliver to you. So and in both instances, the deliverables are on the company's side. That's what we have to do. So those funds have to be available to you for withdrawal or buy metal. And then once you buy metal, you receive an email that says you locked in your order. This is the price. This is the anticipated ship date. It's already paid for through our API. So Brian, if you were to purchase metal, you would instantly have receipt of, hey, I bought this. Okay, so then we're on the hook for that. So it really mitigates your exposure as a consumer. So you either have those funds available or you're anticipating metal that should ship out first day that the metals are processed, or next business day that the money's processed, or next business day.
So
and if it's and if that part doesn't happen, say you wanted to buy some kind of esoteric rare piece that has a week delivery or something, even that would be notated on the site before you purchase the metal.
I like it. That just makes it even more stronger. I love this. I
Yeah.
love the company. So, and basically, last question: if somebody's ready to get started, what do they need to do next?
Right now, people signing up like crazy in the pre-launch. It's $25 to hold a position, become an affiliate that you can then use once we launch for purchasing a membership. And you can start building your team. It will never be as easy as it is right now, maybe with the exception of the first week or so of launch. But yeah, once we launch and people start receiving their metal, it will be like wildfire. So positioning yourself is a very simple answer to that question.
I get it. That makes a lot of sense. Just getting a position and getting going. Reverend Lester, do you have a question? Do you want to unmute and ask your question?
I can't. Okay. He's ready.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, yeah, so a common question that's being asked from some of my associates is, will there, because right now it's not showing where there's any numismatic training or certification training. Will that be offered? And also, well, I think you kind of just answered the question about funding, but I think I saw something that said that you can fund over the initial membership, $25,
Sure.
that you can fund over that amount and utilize once the company is launched.
That's right. So people can fund literally whatever amount that they want, debit card up to $500. The payment options are debit, credit, ACH, wire transfer, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. Litecoin and Dogecoin will be going away, and it will be exclusively USDT or a stable coin in crypto. And what you deposit is what you can spend. So everything that ever comes out of your cash account, you have the purchase, or you can purchase metal, numismatics, membership, renewal, etc. Purchasing tickets to something, all of that can come directly out of your cash account. And then if you pre-fund, then again, once we launch, you can just push that button. So it's to withdraw the funds. So it's not everything that's purchased comes out of the cash account in there. So a lot of people that are already have their mind convinced they'll do the $3.99. They've already sent in the $3.99. But if you could do $3.99 minus the 25 that you already sent in. We just didn't want we didn't want to open it up to free accounts, because then everybody just goes crazy and starts signing people up without their knowledge. And it just makes for a much cleaner launch when there's some skin in the game, and we're not here to nickel and dime people. We just wanted them to put something to show that they're actually interested in being here, and then they can use that at the time of purchasing a package, a membership.
Okay, and what's the answer in reference to the training or certifications being offered?
Sure. So I don't think that we are going to move forward with a like a buyer's certification or anything like that. The main thing that we can do is provide that information and take people through that, but I don't know if we'll actually provide a certificate. Everybody, for the most part, is already familiar with gold and silver, and everybody's already familiar with their own budget, their own goals, etc. So if we have that information available, not only in FAQs, but just some educational videos, for example, IRA rollovers, 401k rollovers, what you can and can't do, what you can and can't purchase. Having that information readily available makes sense, but necessarily pulling people through to, take a course on something that they maybe doesn't even apply to them, or something that they're not interested in, like a rollover or something. We could probably just skip that altogether, but have that information readily available. So I'm a big proponent of FAQs, and we've got an extensive list of FAQs, and for the most part, fortunately, it's all the same questions that will be available on the site in real time. So, for example, what does the word numismatic mean? What is bullion exactly? What is the Sheldon scale? What does MS70 mean? What's the difference between MS70, PR70? To a lot of people, that's just second nature. That's just common words inside the precious metals industry. But to most people, it doesn't mean anything, right? So if someone wants to stay up one night and watch all of our cool videos, they'll be experts by the time everyone else wakes up the next morning.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, JD. I guess one question some people aren't clear on is there any ongoing subscription fees?
The membership itself is renewable. So if you did the small package, it's 1 year. The large package is 18 months. But we don't charge for the website owner software, so we don't have a web fee or an admin fee or anything like that.
And then monthly, isn't it you either buy a coin of the month or you sponsor a new customer?
That's 2 of the 3 options. The others would be the specialty bullion, which is a very, very important part. It's a great way for people to purchase metal, stay qualified, and also pushes a ton of points up the tree. So we'll be focusing on that on the Zoom tonight. We'll be focusing on that specifically. And I'll give you a little preview. Imagine, Brian, off the top of your head, I'm going to just put you on the spot here. Pick any coin, or feel free to just use your computer and Google a silver bullion coin.
Ooh, I mean, I like the Eagles. It's just
okay. Too easy. Too easy.
Yeah. So
the Eagles will be at cost. We'll never have any markup or any profit at all on those. So any other particular coin, and don't say maple either.
let's say I'm trying to look for one that, because I like those. What about, oh man, where was it? I had it. Let's do the peace dollars.
Oh, peace dollars. Okay. 90% commemorates the end of World War I. They're the replacement coin for the Morgan dollar, which was around for a very long time. All 90%, just like the coinage of the time in the U.S. Mint, they were all 90%. So your dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars were all 90% silver. They're kind of junk silver, but not junk silver. And these will not be in the specialty bullion. But if you were to take something like a Britannia, which is the counterpart over in the UK, trying to give you a specific example. So a silver Britannia, if you were to Google, I'll let you do that now, a Britannia's typical price just out there on the internet. You're muted, I think.
Am I finding it right? Is it about 2,200?
Yeah, that would be a gold one. You type in silver Britannia. Most pricing will be around $30 for that coin. And if we can then in turn sell that same coin for, let's say,
Okay. It's like
Uh,
$28, $29.
Right. So if we sold that same coin at 28.50, it would be fair to say that that would be just regular pricing for that coin, right? And if you found it online, that was probably their best price, meaning you'd have to buy a lot of it. But let's say you did buy a lot of it because you like the Britannia, it's a beautiful coin. But if you buy it there, you just buy it, nothing else happens. When people buy it from at cost, that particular coin would push 2 points per coin up the tree. So a tube would be 20 coins, and that would push 40 points up the tree. Or if they bought a monster box, that would be 500 times 2 points, which would then in turn push 1,000 points up the tree. And instead of that money going to whichever vendor you were just looking at, that's a way for that revenue for a normal transaction at average price, push those points through the genealogy and bring that money back to the affiliates of at cost.
Like it. So do we pay in and out with crypto, and do we pay out with maybe direct deposit into people's bank accounts as well?
Yeah. So the in America, in the US, you'll just use ACH. Other countries don't necessarily use the ACH network, so we'll make a USDT available for withdrawal, and then they can transfer that to either their crypto exchange or whatever wallet they have on their phone for those funds to go back to, and then disperse it however they want. So main thing is being a global company, you've got to, you can't just constantly mail out checks everywhere. It's got to be digital. It's 2024, just needs to be real time. So it'll feel very much like Zelle or Cash App, things like that.
And thank you so much for that. I don't want to get any checks mailed to me.
Yeah.
If I don't want to do networking at all, what would be the benefit of me being part of at cost metals?
If you don't want to do any networking, that's perfectly fine. If you want to buy precious metals, buy a membership and have as many transactions as you want,
Okay.
and we'll sell everything that we've got in the at cost: gold, silver, platinum, and palladium at cost, and then we'll have other options for numismatics and specialty bullion. So it's
Right.
straightforward. Well, there's no way to know until we start getting actual data, but I'm anticipating about half the people that join will just straight tell you, I'm not interested in the networking, but I can't find any better pricing. So sign me up, and they'll do their transactions. And invariably, a large, significant number of them end up making referrals because of the pricing. So if they do make referrals, great. If they don't, that's okay too. We did our job.
I've had a lot of people hit me up and want to buy $10,000 to $20,000 already. They're like, if you can get it at cost, I don't want to do anything to do networking, but I would love to buy from you because I can't find a good source that I trust, or I mean, so I think that's pretty cool.
Me too.
Thank you so much. If anybody's on here right now, you have a question, this is your time. JD's got to go now. What time will the Zoom be tonight? I'm sorry,
7 Central.
7 Central?
7 Central. I've got an email going out for that, some more HTML that we've got to push up to the website, and emails and programmers to work with. But yeah, 7 Central.
7 Central. I'll see you on there. And I'm not going to do a PDF today, obviously, for this reason. And it has been 30 minutes on here. So, call to action would be get back with the person that invited you to this live Zoom or maybe to this recording. And also, Sally wanted to share a little bit of information. Sally is on here right now. You can unmute yourself and share what you were going to share about the tools that she's created for our group as well. And JD, thanks for being here. I understand if you got to go, and Sally's just going to go through a couple things.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
I'll leave you into the capable hands. Hi, Sally. How are you?
Hi, JD. Thank you so much. You look
No
so
problem.
nice today too. And Brian's gonna take notes. He usually has a tank top on because he's usually in the Dominican Republic. So
Okay. It's just a filter. This isn't a real jacket.
Oh, we love it. You look nice, and that was very informative and very exciting. Um, just a few quick things. I just wanted to point out that we already have a Telegram group for our team. 85 members so far. We've just been in a little under 2 weeks, and we're beyond excited. But if anyone goes right to our, let me pull up the media here, right to our one of these graphics, you can save this on your computer and you can share it. So this is, like Brian and I say, it's share, duplicate, earn. So it's kind of like a real quick process. If everyone goes to shareacm.com, they'll get a link tree that pops up. It looks like this. And whoops, I like this other one better, I think. I don't think I saved that one. Let me just pull this up. We've got one more video in there, the 3-minute video in there as well. But this is also a graphic, and it's just, do you know 2 people that want gold and silver? So that qualifies you. So even if you just want the product, if you could share it with 2 people, you'll be qualified to earn up to 2,000 a week. But shareacm.com, that just takes you right to our group. And or excuse me, it takes you right to the link tree, which the link tree will take you to the group. It shows the videos and it shows the 2 Telegram group links at the bottom. And you can ask questions over here. We don't share links here. Everyone has to get the link from their sponsor. We don't even put our links in here. So it's just all about just sharing and winning. I know JD was so generous to show us a couple of the graphics that will be in the back office, and they're pretty slick. I was really impressed, and it's just really a simple system. So that's all I wanted to add. And again, JD, thank you for your time today. We've got this on record. So again, anyone on our team can share it, really simply as well. And that's it. It's just gold and silver when your product is wealth. Someone on the corporate Zoom the other day said that what did they say? Being garage qualified is not such a bad thing anymore. Being garage qualified for nutritionals and things like that, and you've got products and they're expired and you're storing them, and it can get a little bit crazy. And I think we all know how that works. But this, the peril is having a garage full of gold and silver. I would actually keep it in my safe or keep it indoors, but it's not such a bad concept, right? But anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share that. Shareacm.com is real simple to share right now today. It takes 1 minute, and then you've got it to share with your people. So duplication is how we roll. But JD, again, thanks, and Brian, thanks. I know you got a sick kiddo there, one on the way, and another one that's probably at school. So hands are full, physically and mentally, emotionally. But appreciate your guys' time today. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Sally, I'm going to add one more thing to that because you've inspired me here just as I'm sitting here watching that wonderful collection of information. This is the way that I think about metal in terms of where we're at today. Yes, they're old and we've been using metal for thousands of years. What we can ask ourselves is not necessarily only who do you know that needs metal or who do you know that wants metal. The real question is, who do you know that doesn't know they need metal? Because that opens it up to a lot more people, because the number of people that are sitting around contemplating, I think I need metal, then they're probably 3 steps along the way to getting that metal, right? But if you take all the number of people that were watching the Super Bowl last night, it was a great game, but most people weren't thinking about metal. But I'll tell you who is definitely 100% thinking about metal is the banks, governments, people operating FedNow, all the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, eliminating fiat, and our world is changing, and most people are just simply not aware. And that's our job. That's my job.
Thank you so much. Let's educate them. And that's one reason I'm so excited about this company, is to get educated around this. It's going to bring so much value to my life. I start saving up gold and silver, giving it to these guys to put away for their life. So, thank you so much for being on. It's been 40 minutes. I'll upload this. I'll throw it in the chat, the Telegram chat, and we'll get going from there. And don't forget the Zoom tonight. It's going to be a lot more information as well. And thank you guys for being on here. We'll be doing some more Zooms. I'll be doing some overviews of the PDF and just showing you the back office and how to navigate. But it's simple. Just get with the person that invited you, create an account, verify your email, send in at least $25 through a debit card, a credit card, Litecoin or Dogecoin right now. And then from there, you're in the position, you need to talk to your sponsor, say, hey, move me to a side. And that way you get a link and you do the same exact thing. So thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day, wonderful morning, wherever you're at. Talk to you later. Thanks, JD. Thanks,
Thank you.
Sally. Thanks,
Thanks,
Dave.
everyone.
Sally. Thank you,
Bye.
Brian.
Thanks, JD.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Brian. Feel better, Sully.
I know, poor little guy. I don't know why this thumbs up thing just keeps popping up on my head. Because I
Funny.
got my hand here. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's
Word.
hilarious. That's hilarious. I've never seen that.
So,
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you all.
bye.
Bye-bye.